sure. Definitely seems to be a lot lighter. Definitely wider roads out here, so that at least the ones that he's been picking. We are definitely going to be south of the Disneyland area, still in the Garden Grove area, though. Brookhurst, we're going to be coming up on Stanford, but I don't think that's a major. Going to keep a little bit of a wider shot, and we also remember we are definitely at about 3,000 feet right now, 3,500 as I've been corrected. So we are up pretty high up in the air this afternoon, using all the power of the Sky 2's lens just to keep an eye on where this suspect is and where he is going. Which IFB? Okay. Okay. Well, the law enforcement, there's been a lot of swapping, but it is for good reason. Don't get me wrong. This thing started in Southgate. Southgate PD was behind it for quite some time. I understand that the sheriff's helicopter that's been over it is going to relinquish the chase right now to the, look at this, look at this. This is the first time we've seen him really kind of squeaking his way through there. Jamming up like that might be the opportunity for that we've been waiting for the officers to make that move to get there right behind it as they have. Definitely backing up into an officer's vehicle, probably not the best thing to do. Looks like he is really, really jammed up. And officers, we're not seeing those doors open. We're not seeing the guns drawn. So it looks like we're going to continue on with that same type of posture where we are just going to keep following along. That K9 unit right there going across the median, those vehicles designed for that. So that's a big plus. But the chase continues on out here. That vehicle, yeah, wanted for domestic violence. If you're just joining us from the CBS side on KCAL, passenger, female passenger, male driver. It's basically the most aggressive stuff that we've seen this afternoon has been up in the Los Angeles area, where he was driving through a park, took out a fence, almost hit a pedestrian that was on the other side of that fence. Right now, though, a lot of heavy traffic. This could be the opportunity the officers want, but I don't know if they're going to take advantage of it. Now we're starting to move a little bit once again. We're going to be passing Westminster Avenue right there, actually turning on Westminster. Looks like a westbound turn. The officers are still from, I would still say that's going to be Southgate PD. Susie and copy. Yes, gotcha. Susie, Jeff, KCAL 9, got it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Magnolia. What? Oh, no, we are Westminster. Well, we're in the Westminster area. We're going to be southbound on Magnolia. We're coming up onto another major freeway out there, probably going to be the 405, but I can double check that for you in just a moment. That vehicle just kind of making his way down the road there. Yeah, wrong side of the road. There's been some very, very tense moments just in the last couple of minutes. There you go, another cutting off a couple of vehicles right there. We're going to get you an idea where this is. I believe this is going to be Edinger, and it looks like he did change his mind right there. You have to remember right now we are still in the Disneyland TFR, and the only reason I bring that up is because we're basically at about 3,500 feet. We might be able to be getting down a little bit here as we get a little bit closer, but the reason why I say that is it makes it difficult for my pilot Fulvio to actually see that vehicle down there on the road. So sometimes it's the camera making these moves, and sometimes it's my pilot Fulvio who's got his hands full this afternoon, keeping an eye on that car, and then also, of course, keeping everybody safe. Right now, though, that vehicle continues to move. You've been talking about the passenger. The window's gone up since we've been watching this chase. Earlier on, it was down, and like you said, that passenger, the female, having her feet up on the dash there, something that I personally don't condone in my vehicle for the danger point of it, because if that airbag goes off, that's going to create some major injuries for that passenger. It doesn't look like she's in any kind of distress. Earlier on, when this whole thing started, the way it was explained to us was that somebody called the police. We don't know who that somebody is. Could have been the passenger, but it was explained that somebody saw some type of violence going on inside the vehicle. Southgate PD got behind them, and then they tried to pull over that car, and then that vehicle didn't stop. The driver, the male, has been pretty aggressive at some point, but not really in the driving. You're just basically reading body language. Maybe that's that person's body language. Maybe that's just who that guy is. Maybe he's very passionate about things. But at any rate, we've been watching that driver basically trying to make eye contact with the passenger and not keeping an eye on the road. Very dangerous situation indeed. Speeds, well, they've been pretty much, at one point where he was basically staying well under the speed limit. Now that's kind of all changed up. Huntington Beach is where we are right now. Beautiful Huntington Beach area. They're going to be on Warner, and it looks like we're going to be making a turn right there. So that's going to be North Coast is the name of the street, and it looks like we're going to, Newland is the name of the street, and it's continuing on. If I'm okay with it, or if the powers to be are okay, we'll bring up the map, and we'll also bring up that speedometer. Sorry about that. And keep an eye on the speeds for a little bit, and you guys can read along. Where we are is our map technology keeps an eye on this vehicle, and this chase continues. And again, we believe it's Southgate PD behind him. But in the air, it's going to be the California Highway Patrol now. Well, we don't know what the policy is for Southgate PD, but I can almost tell you just from the what we've been watching is that my guess is Southgate PD does not condone the pit maneuver, or their officers have not been trained for the pit maneuver. One of the other things is we've been making our way through all these different jurisdictions. One of the reasons why other officers or other departments have not been getting involved is basically because it has to be, there's actually a formal request that would mean that Southgate PD would have to say, hey, California Highway Patrol, can you take this over? Or Sheriff's Department, can you take this over? And it seems to me that Southgate PD does not want to relinquish the pursuit because they've been staying behind it for this entire time. There is something that has changed, is that the lead vehicle right now, or was the lead vehicle, we're back to that one, that unit 141, was a canine unit. Basically, we see that as a second vehicle. So there's an opportunity, or maybe that the officers might be thinking that when this comes to an end, it may be a standoff and or a foot chase type of situation. Something about the other officers is you can see another police car there in the intersection. Just because other law enforcement agencies are not involved in the chase doesn't mean that they're not going to aid or assist when they're in their towns. So right now we're in the Huntington Beach area, or we were, and so officers they do know that this pursuit is going on, and if they're in the area, they will assist. You just saw them actually blocking that intersection, keeping civilians safe and allowing that vehicle to continue on safely, not getting in the way of any of the other officers. Making another turn right there. You can see that we made a turn basically onto Adams, as I understand it. And, back onto Beach Boulevard. I hope we're not going back into that TFR, because then we're going to have to climb again. But right now this chase continues in the Huntington Beach area. That suspect, he still has that person, that victim, as we're going to call her a victim, inside. And making another turn right there. You know, the interesting thing is that we've seen this vehicle make his way into a couple of spots where this thing could have come to an end. Cul-de-sacs, an area earlier on where it was construction. Definitely slowing down quite a bit right there. We're going to keep an eye on it for sure. But again, seems to be going away from us. We're going to still in the Huntington Beach area right there. I was concerned that my pilot might not have a visual on it. You know, running the stop signs, again, don't have any idea what's going on inside that vehicle. There is no way for us to really know what that victim's attitude is about this, but it did seem very relaxed earlier on. She had the opportunity a couple of times to get out. The door did open at one point, but definitely didn't make that aggressive, I'm going to get out. Obviously, a person that's in that situation, she's got to know that she probably could just pull the keys out if she just reach over, take those keys out. Nothing like that has happened. So don't know what the relationship is in there. Don't know if this is one of those situations where she's like, well, you know, you got yourself in this situation, get yourself out. But as it stands right now, that driver, besides all the felony evading and all these reckless acts that have been going on, is also wanted for what the original want was, is domestic violence. Now on the wrong side of the road as we're continuing on, you can see it is Delaware Street. Looks like we're going to be turning onto another residential. No, we're not. But the vehicle definitely slowing down more than usual. So you got to wonder, perhaps running out of gas, perhaps looking for an area to get out. This is not the area where that vehicle is registered to. We got that earlier on. We were listening, and we know that it is registered to a home or a residence in the South Los Angeles area. So not this area. So probably not going home, but then again, we just don't really know, do we? So right now, though, it's continuing on down out here in the Huntington Beach area. Been making these wide turns. You saw some other law enforcement in those intersections, keeping an eye on the safety of the public. Not that this vehicle is moving any type of very at high speeds, but definitely running almost every red light. And of course, you just don't know. Somebody else might be going through a green light. You're not expecting somebody to just basically be barreling through that intersection. So always very dangerous when he's going through those intersections. You can see the officers having to make those wide turns, but it does look like we were in this area just moments ago. Might be doing blocks out here. There's that intersection. So let's see what happens. Coming back around. He was, till just this very moment. He basically just made a big circle going back to that tree-lined area near those condominiums, but now in a major intersection that the light just turned green at, and you can see that vehicle just kind of driving through there. Officers from Southgate PD still right behind them. Lights and sirens probably really helping out the situation, giving the the civilians in the area the heads up. Hey, something's going on. Look around. Be aware. Get over to the right. Northbound Beach is where we're at right now, and it's going to be still in the Huntington Beach area. But this vehicle definitely was kind of unusual right there. It seemed that we made 2 attempts in that one area. Again, just don't know. Maybe he's making phone calls. Maybe he's trying to get a hold of somebody, going through the Wiener Schnitzel right there. And he's gone through a couple of the parking lots in the past, but definitely gesturing to the officers, at least to the officers, and now getting back out onto the street, just basically cutting the corner there. But this chase continues, and that passenger, well, whoops, making a U-turn. Whoops. Taunting. Well, this just continues on out here. It looks as though we were everybody, Fulvio and I were just talking about it. Maybe he was running out of gas, kind of slowing down it a couple of times. Now starting to gesture to folks that are on the side of the road right there. So this is definitely becoming a little bit more of a spectacle as we're staying in the Huntington Beach area. Another Huntington Beach officer right there at that intersection, stopping traffic as the pursuit's making its way through this area. You know, again, we don't know what's going on inside there. That passenger obviously had plenty of opportunities to get out of that vehicle, do something to bring this to a stop. So, you know, we don't know the dynamic, and we can't even guess. That driver, though, has had a lot of time to kind of think about what's going on. Obviously, when this comes to an end, there are going to be cuffs placed on that driver. Hopefully, they're going to be cuffs, and it's not going to end in some kind of violent ending. But obviously, that person is going to be taken into custody. It's just a matter of when, and perhaps that's what's going through that driver's mind right now. Beach Boulevard is where we are as we're making our way again northbound here on Beach, and we're still in the Huntington Beach area. Officers, they are relentless from Southgate. They have just been there behind him the entire time. The wider shot right now, just to kind of give you an idea what the traffic looks like here on the road. California Highway Patrol in the air doing a fantastic job calling out those intersections, keeping the officers apprised of where this vehicle is, and then of course also telling the other officers, I guess it would be the Huntington Beach PD, of where this is. Looks like we're going to be going in through or cutting through another parking lot right there. Maybe he's hungry. This is the second time we've gone through a restaurant's parking lot. An alleyway, it's good out, but sometimes those alleyways are dead ends. If he doesn't know this area, it could have been something different. Right now, this one's putting you back out onto a major road. Looks like we're just kind of follow the leader type of situation out here. Not that high speeds, but definitely running lights. You got a van trying to get out of the way there. And those close calls, at these lower speeds, it might just be enough of a bump to bring that car to a halt. We've seen it in the past, a little bit of minor damage. You know, it's a front wheel drive, maybe hit that front wheel, break that CV joint, that thing's going to come to a stop. Again, we don't want to see an accident. We don't want to see that kind of anybody having any kind of problems besides maybe that suspect. But if it brings this to an end and keeps the public safe, that's what the officers are probably going to want as well. A number of Southgate PDs still behind it, California Highway Patrol in the air, and again, going to stay wide as we're getting through another major intersection, but this one, green lights. Yes, you said don't answer. Gobby all. Well, I'm looking out the window. I'm thinking that we are definitely going northbound. Definitely stopped with that whole in that one area right there. Don't know what that was all about. Perhaps it was somewhere that he knew somebody. The driving pattern, it stays the same. He's basically taking every easy way out through all these intersections. If it's a red light, we rarely see the brake lights. But the speed's not that fast. He's been basically right now, I'm guessing he's about 50 miles an hour. It is definitely probably faster than the the posted speed limit. Hands out of the window there. He's basically starting to gesture or wave to folks that are on the side of the road. I'm guessing that because he's staying in these areas that people are getting down there, or getting out on maybe even on that center median, very dangerous. Don't want to condone that at all. And doing some social media or getting some video on their phone of that chase passing them. This person by no means any kind of hero. I got to put that out there. This is a domestic violence suspect that basically has been leading officers on a chase for hours through South LA and into Orange County and a little bit in the Long Beach area. But continuing now on Beach Boulevard, we're in the Garden Grove area. Looks like we're going to be joining a freeway again. This time of night, I'm looking out the window. I wanted to say it's going to be packed, but it's always those bizarre moments when the pursuit gets onto a freeway that all of a sudden there is wide open. That is the 22. Yes, it is. Definitely the 22. Westbound, Susie. Westbound. Yeah. No, don't. Well, there you go. California Highway Patrol. Oh, gosh, I wish that sun would just set. You know, make up your mind. And, okay, copy all. My boss is telling me to talk. I was kind of waiting for everybody to kind of settle in, grab your drinks, and tune in to whatever media you have to watch this. This pursuit continues to elude officers, and I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm just saying that it just keeps going and going and going. Southgate PD, they've been ones behind it for quite some time. Now the California Highway Patrol taking over. And what does that mean? Well, in my book, that means if this guy is getting off on an off-ramp or if this guy is going to slow down at some point, they are going to use that pit maneuver. They are pit qualified, and we have seen them do the pit maneuver whenever it is safe and they can do that. So right now we're on the 22 westbound, and we are in beautiful Seal Beach. The sun is really, really annoying me. I can tell you that right now. The sun is setting out here, and it's very difficult to keep an eye on the monitors as we're basically flying toward the west. And anybody that doesn't know this, the sun sets out there in the west. So right now we're flying into the sunset and watching this chase. The California Highway Patrol, they're just joining it. It looks like one lone vehicle right now. I'm going to go a little bit wider. We won't lose the car, I promise you that. Just want to take a look. I just want to see if Southgate is still kind of in the mix, or if they are. It is all California Highway Patrol right now. The helicopter above, I know for a fact they've basically switched out earlier on from from the sheriff's department. Probably the sheriff's department that was running low on fuel as well as we did. You know what? Just letting you guys know, we landed for fuel, got fuel, and got back up in the air just for you. Just for you. Right now, though, westbound 22, going about 60 miles an hour. I can tell you that pretty safely. And just making our way Seal Beach area right now, and coming up on the, if we're not, we're going to be on the 405 here shortly. So it's going to be 405, and if he stays northbound, he might be making his way. Maybe he just made a big tour. Maybe he's just kind of going back to where this all started. Made a little bit of a lane change there. If he does change freeways, we'll let you know what's going on inside that car. You know, those are one of those ones that, you know, when we're on the air, we talk about it. They're going across the Gore Point. We talk about that all the time. We don't know. We did witness some, let's just say, aggressive behavior and then some calming behavior from the driver. Obviously, the passenger feels safe enough to stay in that vehicle. And when I say that, there's been plenty of times where the door is opened up, but the passenger has not gotten out. Some people might say, well, she can't. Oh, my gosh. But I just got this weird feeling in my gut that she probably could get out of that car. Also, you know, just turn the key. Turn off the car. Grab the key. Put it in park. You know, put it in neutral. Anything to slow this down, but we haven't seen any of that. Earlier on, feet up on the dash, I made that comment on live on the air, maybe I shouldn't have. Not a big fan of that. Don't like the feet on the dash, and also it is dangerous. It's very, very dangerous. What's going on? Well, it looks like we are transitioning. It looks like it's going to be we'll figure out where the transition is right now. I'm not super good with this area, but it definitely looks like we're transitioning onto another freeway. And if I had to guess, and I'm going to guess, I'd say that is the 405. Is that the 405, Folio? Oh, this is the 605. Yeah, we're doing the 605. So now we're going to be on the 605, and Rossmore is the name of the city that we're in right now. This guy, basically, we've been through the Lakewood area. 605 will take us into the Lakewood area. Maybe he'll get back off the freeway. In the end, whatever the deal is, we're just hopeful that this guy is just going to stop. Oh, my boss has got to talk to me. Hang on. Go ahead, boss. Go ahead. I'm still hearing it. I was hearing it. Okay. All right. It's up. You know, you can listen to us on Facebook Live, or CBS. You know what? Since I've got you, and we are live on the web and the social media, and I'm thinking people can hear me, I'm curious. On CBS, on the CBS website, are there comments on the CBS website? So on the CBS website, it's just me yammering, and I think there's no interaction. Okay, all right. Well, we are in Long Beach, California, northbound on the 605, and he's going about 66 miles an hour. Alrighty, folks, I'm going to try to join you guys once again. I don't know if I can say that, but I'm going to just blurt it out real quick. Tim Conway Jr. was texting me just a few moments ago, and if you guys are local, you know who that is. I'm sure that this is going to be something on his show. Right now, though, I'm going to try, I'm multitasking like I always do. I'm trying to get the Facebook up on my phone, and anybody that's been listening to us in the past knows that this is going to be a goat rodeo of epic proportion as we try to as I try to interact with you. Yeah, see, it's just it seems like I don't know why it won't load. Anyways, where are we? What's going on? If you guys are just joining us, it's a pursuit. We're in Long Beach right now. Actually, Hawaiian Gardens. We're in the Hawaiian Gardens area. This vehicle continuing northbound. The windows are up right now. Earlier today were down. There's a woman and a man inside that vehicle. The man is driving. The woman's in the passenger seat. Originally started with domestic violence. Somebody, the way it was told to me, somebody saw an altercation inside that vehicle. Called probably 911 or whatever, and it was in the Southgate area, and Southgate PD was delegated with the task to find this vehicle and pull him over and see if that person is all right. Deborah Berry is inviting me to viewing parties. You know what? I am going to try to join that person because obviously that link will take me to the page, and then maybe I can at least follow along with you all at least. If you have questions, that's really what I'm going for. If you got questions, maybe I have answers. But anyway, back to the story on how all this happened. So Southgate PD got behind the vehicle, turned on the lights and sirens, and the driver said, "You know what? I'm just not in the mood to stop." And the pursuit was on. Thank you. One of my other bosses is texting me right now saying that we've got a couple of people watching. I wish I could join the people watching. So at any rate, the pursuit was on. It was on, and for a while there, it was actually very slow speeds, 20 miles an hour, driving through neighborhoods. And then all of a sudden, things kind of changed up. Maybe it was, who knows what the change was, but he basically got himself stuck in a dirt lot, and then he made this turn, drove through a park, took out a fence. There was a person on the other side of the fence. Granted, neither of them could see each other because it had that fence, that green fencing stuff on it. And pow, went through that fence, dragged that fence for a little while, almost hit that person. Pretty scary stuff indeed. But the pursuit continued on, and it just went and went and went and went. A couple times he did cut through some intersections. I mean, I was cutting some corners. We did see him earlier on go through a Wiener Schnitzel and then a Norm's, but he also went through some gas stations. I don't think by any means it had anything to do with food. I think it had everything to do with the fact that he was just trying to cut corners. Yes, I'm kind of stumbling around because I'm almost have Facebook Live up, and I'm so excited. So there we are. I'm joining you guys there. Where's the chase? That's the first thing I saw. You know what? I'm sorry. I got all into how this was going on. Cerritos, northbound 605. It says 7A. I don't really know what that means, but northbound 605 freeway. We are moving. Amy, yes, I can see it right now. Jeff is joining us. Hey, Jeff. How's it going? It just continues on. We're about 70 miles an hour. California Highway Patrol is taking it over. Why do I mention that? Well, California Highway Patrol, their pursuit policies, well, let's just say if he gets off an off-ramp, if he slows down enough, and there are no other vehicles around him, and it's a safe situation, I am seeing a pit maneuver in the future for that vehicle. Can't say it for sure, but I can tell you that that's probably what's going to happen. It does appear that Southgate PD does not have a pit maneuver policy because they did not try to pit this vehicle, and there were a couple of times when they got up right behind them there. Debbie Moscow, wow. And the reason why I'm so excited about Debbie is I went to school with her when I was a kid. Anyways, back to what's going on. We're still northbound on the 605 freeway. The driver, you know what, this is not any kind of hero situation. That driver wanted for domestic violence on the passenger inside that vehicle. You know, we saw earlier on that passenger, you know, basically feet up on the dash, hands out the window, kind of like in a type of mood. That might be because it's one of those situations, you know, you were assuming, here we go with the assuming again, and you know what they say about assuming things. The driver, they probably have a relationship. I don't think that's just some random person inside that car and this incident happened. I have a feeling that they know each other, and whatever occurred, and now, you know, they're kind of stuck with this situation. The driver, like I said, not a hero. at all. It's been getting a lot of close calls, Looks like we're kind of getting off to the right. We're in Norwalk right now, 605 freeway. Going a little bit wider just to see because I thought there was another freeway coming up, but I might be wrong. So we'll keep an eye on what's going on right there. If he does get onto another freeway, we'll let you know. Fulvio, my pilot, skilled, beyond skilled. Love the Fulvio. Moving the helicopter. Let's just call it the CBS helicopter because right now we're on Facebook. Kind of maneuvering it around there. A lot of times the angles get a little weird, and some people at home might be like, "Come on, I can't see it." Look, I can tell you, as soon as that car disappears, Fulvio's making a move, but it seems like we're moving very slowly. We are quite a distance away. Doing a transition right here, so 605, and I'm guessing that's going to be, that's the 105, right, Fulvio? Yeah, we're making our way onto the 105 freeway. So we'll see what happens westbound, so that means there's going to be that weird light again, and of course we got a lot of haze out here in the area. How long will that Honda go with a full tank of gas? Gosh almighty, you'd think probably more than a couple of hours. I'm being serious about that. Like, think if you're on a road trip, you're not stopping every 2 hours unless you're on a road trip in an A-Star, because every 2 hours you pretty much got to stop for fuel. But if you're in a Honda, you know, you probably could go for quite a while. A good clip, I would say. You make some good time. So somebody was questioning if we're going to be back in the Norwalk area. Probably. That's what I'm guessing as well. Bellflower Boulevard, Downey is where we are right now. This is still moving along. If you guys are just joining us and you missed all the drama earlier on, we were over this, and because Sky 2 we had the honey-do list today. I got to tell you, we got to work, and then it was go look at this, go look at that, go report on this, go, hey, we heard this. So we were jumping all over the Southland. What is the Southland? And but when we picked up this pursuit, we were a little low on fuel. Never a safety issue. So we actually had to land, get fuel, and rejoin the pursuit. So how about that? How about that? You know, some people might be saying, oh, you know what? They had to go get fuel. You know what? I wear that like a badge. We left, got fuel, and came back. How about that? And what other station can say that? And I hope nobody, because I don't think there are any other stations that cover pursuits in the Southern California area. Anyway, some folks are saying, hi, Fulvio, where are we now? Let's talk about the pursuit. Downey, California. We're on the westbound 105 freeway, 69 miles an hour. You guys can see that. What am I telling you? You guys can read it right there. We're keeping that up right now. So the powers to be, meaning our assignment desk, can keep an eye on this pursuit as well. Apparently they are very, very busy, and they don't want to listen to me yammer. So this way they can just kind of look up at the screen and say, oh, that's where they are. Why are they doing that? Well, they probably want to get ground crews in position when this comes to an end to at least kind of maybe sort of be in the area. Fog is supposed to roll in. Tell me about that. It is very foggy out here, and I am hoping that we don't get into a situation where we're like, oh, yeah, we lost it because of the fog, because that is going to be no fun at all. I'm going to do a little bit of multitasking right now, so I am going to stay with you. I might not be as entertaining. I don't think I'm all that entertaining anyway. Uh-oh. Did we lose him? Yeah, we kind of lost him. I got to move the... there we go. That's what I wanted. All right. What I wanted was I want to listen to California Highway Patrol so I can get the inside scoop just in case something interesting is going to be happening. But we are definitely on the 105 freeway. We are moving west. What is out to the west besides the sunset? Well, that's going to be the ocean. And the ocean means marine layer. Marine layer means we're not going to be able to follow it. So hopefully, you know, something will change before that. He was in the South Los Angeles area. He was in the Southgate area, obviously, because that's where it started. So perhaps that's where we're going to wind up. Paramont's where we are. That driver wanted for a lot of things. This I was going to say afternoon, but it's getting into evening. But domestic violence is what got the officers from Southgate PD to take an interest in this vehicle. And the failure to yield is what kept them around. Right now, I can tell you, California Highway Patrol is taking it over. I'm hoping this guy is going to be getting off of an off-ramp here shortly. And when he does, I'm hoping that we're going to see this thing come to an end. I heard something about traffic slowing up ahead, so we're going to keep an eye on it. Hasn't bothered this guy in the past, so we'll keep an eye on what's going on. Definitely looks like he's moving over to the right lane, closer to us, but also through the trees, using the emergency lane. Shame on you. Traffic, lots of traffic. Oh, I hope there's no sound wall coming up. Westbound 105 on the right shoulder. That's where we are right now, and you guys can see that we are in Linwood because I've got that fancy moving map up. Sky Tracker, I think, is the official name. Might be getting off at Long Beach Boulevard. We'll see what happens. This area, let's just say I kind of know it. I'm not super proficient, but you know, we have all these technical aids. Keeping up with the chase right there, and the pursuit continues to move along. A lot of traffic, slower speeds for sure. Some people actually moving over as they should. Maybe he's going to get off, maybe he's not. That's the big question. You lost our signal. Molina, come on now. Oh, Linda, I'm sorry. TOC, is everything back to normal? Okay. All right, yeah, the internet was saying that the whole thing froze up. All right. Michelle, shame on you. Shame, 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 shame on you. All right. Yes, go ahead. Well, if you can hear me, I don't know how you can hear me if there's a problem like that, is refresh the page. I'm telling you guys to refresh the page. That's all I can say. I guess we had some Facebook glitch going on, and refresh the page. That's what I don't know if you can hear me, but refresh the page. There we go. California Highway Patrol. So close. So close. I hope you guys do refresh the page because I think it's going to be coming to an end. Ooh. Up. Cutting through the McDonald's. That's the third time we've gone through a food area, food distributor. Up, going against traffic. Lynn, what did you want? Did you want to do? Can you do this? Whoops, sorry. How about a stand-up tease? You're a stand-up. Okay, yeah, sure, Lynn. If you can hear me, go ahead. Text me what you wanna do. MLK. We're coming up on MLK. Really? I don't think that's the MLK that I know. It's the Long Beach MLK. Okay. I don't know what you want me to say. Oh, you're writing one. Okay. Let's go in a little bit wider just to kind of see what's going on out there. I lost my Facebook page. Apparently, there was some sort of thing where everything froze up, but it's all good now. Apparently, all you have to do is refresh your page. If you didn't refresh your page, I'm sorry. That doesn't look right. Yes, 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 yes. Those were the magic words I was waiting to hear. What are you looking for? They're still out a good distance away. All right, I'm kind of giving up on the... There we go. We're getting back here. I don't know what happened, guys. I'm sorry. Technical issues. Wasn't my technical issues. I just sit in the back of a helicopter. Looks like I don't want to give anything away. Let's keep an eye on what's going on, everybody. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, guys. I have poke back at the hangar. That's waiting to be eaten. Making his way. Oh, we're doing against the traffic again. Every time he does this, even at slow speeds, it's just no fun. Firestone Boulevard, that's where we are. You can see, you got through and everybody else didn't. This is one of the things, too. California Highway Patrol, they have got rules that they got to abide by, and they have to. They can't go against traffic and do all those kind of crazy things like that. They had to wait and make sure that folks get a move away and make a clear path, and then they also had to double check as they got into that intersection. You can see that vehicle continuing there, and now using that center divider. Actually, there was a left turn lane, Stu. Know your streets. Continuing, though, Long Beach Boulevard, Southgate. Imagine that. Wink, wink, nod, nod. We're kind of back where we started. The driver, he's wanted for domestic violence. At least the domestic violence is what got the officers interested. The failure to yield is what kept them around. We have been going all over town. We've been South Los Angeles, Long Beach, Orange County, and basically reversed that trend and coming back over here. Motion sickness? Are you kidding me? Actually, I was born with no inner ear, so I don't understand what motion is. I'm joking. I'm joking. So, Riverside, Missouri. Where is all the traffic? It's there. It's there. I can tell you, it's there. It is just, it's just been weird lately. He's gotten into some spots where he's basically had to just kind of like crunch it up or kind of move through or go against traffic. It happens. It's not as bad as you would think, that's for sure. I'm happy we are going northbound right now. Long Beach Boulevard is where we're at. John, you did not eat my poke because you don't know where it's at. Poke. It's poke. I hear my... What? Oh, no, I've been listening. Yeah. And they said yes. Folio giving me a little inside information. John talking about how he wants to eat my poke at the hangar. And my wife's voice in my ear because I keep calling it poke, and she's like, it's poke, Stu. Tell you what city, Walnut Park. Looks like we're making a turn to the west. Westbound turn here. Pacific Boulevard? I always thought Pacific was a little bit of a bigger street, but not a bigger street here, definitely. This is going to be Pacific in Walnut Park area. We just made a turn off of Long Beach Boulevard. California Highway Patrol, lead agency right now. Yeah, this street, I don't think they're going to be doing that pit maneuver here. Just don't think it's going to happen. Up, doors popping open again. Doors popping open, doors popping open, doors popping open, and door closed. You could have totally got out. You could have totally got out. Oh. You know, you're asking me if I get motion sickness. I wonder if that passenger's getting motion sickness. I mean, come on now. Looks like we're doors open, doors closed. Doors open, doors open, doors open, doors closed. There you go. Get out. Get out. Yeah, so, you know what? This whole she's being held against her will, I'm thinking no. You know what? You guys can join in. I'd like to know what you think, but looks like the pilots at Helinet are just messing with me on my phone. Thank goodness I have signal. Anyways, you know what? I want to know what I don't think she opened it. I think he opened it. I think his hand reached across and opened the door, and he was doing the get out, get out. I mean, if you guys think different, just let me know. But here we go again. Doors stop. Maybe it was for a red light. Maybe that would be a first, huh? Looks like no other vehicles around now. See, now again, we're not going to be able to do that pit maneuver. Okay, where are we? Santa Fe Avenue. What city are we in? We're in beautiful Florence, California. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Who said she's unconscious? I never said she was unconscious. She's never been unconscious. Believe me, she knows what's going on. There we go. Nadu. I like saying that. Nadu. We're back on to Nadu. We were here earlier. I mean, when I say earlier, I'm meaning a couple of hours ago. Definitely off of Nadu. Yeah, her feet are still up, like she doesn't want to get out. And that's what I'm saying. It looked like, to me it looked like the driver was doing the pop the door open and says, you know, get out, get out, get out, get out. I'm hoping that isn't one of these weird, you know, get out, I'm going to do crazy stuff or whatever. I'm really, really hoping that's not what the situation is. Sorry about that. Again, a little bit of multitasking. I know... I got 5 on it. Isn't that a song? Looks like northbound Pacific. Northbound Pacific. We're in the Walnut Park area. And again, real slow speeds. Would be a good spot for a pit maneuver. Just saying. Yes, Mark, go ahead. I think you're wrong. My boss was just saying it sounds like we're getting into world record time. Oh, look, she's got her feet up on the dash. What does he see? What is she seeing that we're not seeing? There's nothing. Oh, the guy on the bike. Man, what's that guy doing? Come on, there's a pursuit going on, guy. Get out of the way. All right, a little weaving going on there. Again with the feet on the dash. If those airbags go off, that is going to be painful. Huntington Park. That's not really the name of the street, it's Huntington Park. Just one Huntington. Still very slow and go out here. Pacific Boulevard, Huntington Park. This is the Pacific Boulevard that I know. Right here. This is when I said earlier, this doesn't look like Pacific Boulevard. There you go, kind of weaving in and out. California Highway Patrol, they may follow. Yeah, there they are. Right behind it, slow moving at best. 20s, 30 miles an hour. I was really, really hoping this thing was going to come to an end. Not because I don't like entertaining y'all, just because This has just been going and going and going. So there's the victim. There's the victim. Does she look like she's being held against her will? I'm just saying. Yeah, he's reaching over. It looks like he's reaching over to open the door. Definitely, though, when this comes to an end, that driver's he's got to get some anger management, definitely some anger management help. That is for sure. That is just not good, not good. Continuing on now, it's Randolph. I've heard that street's coming up. I know that is in the area right there. Yep, northbound Pacific approaching Randolph. Wide streets, relatively full. California Highway Patrol, pit certified. Pit certified. They're just kind of saying where this all started. I didn't have that information, so I'm going to pass it along. California and Firestone. California and Firestone, that was the original spot where Southgate PD tried to pull that vehicle over. You can see the lights and sirens working their magic. Cars stopping there, and that's not because their light turned green. They basically just went through that intersection, but the lights and sirens, all the vehicles kind of stopped there. And that's what's keeping the public safe right now. Not that this guy is driving, lightning speeds, but uh-oh. No problem. What's up, brother? What's up? TOC, what's going on? Oh, I didn't even see it. Let me take a look. Wild pursuit, knocking down fences and wrong way driving. Is the woman a passenger or a hostage? All right, let me try that for real. 3, 2, 1. Wild pursuit, knocking. Oh gosh, guys, I can't. Not right now. Not right now. Not right now. And I mean that for you, Lynn. I'm sorry. You can see what's going on right there, and I want to keep an eye on this. We definitely have to keep an eye on this. Stu's sitting up straight. Oh, yeah, this guy's a little savvy. He's a little savvy. All right. You know what? Let me try to read the T's, and maybe that'll get that pit to happen. All right, here we go. Wild pursuit, knocking down fences and wrong way driving. Is the woman a passenger or a hostage? Wild pursuit, knocking down fences, wrong way driving. Is the woman a passenger or a hostage? Or you can add on, or an accomplice. Look at that. Okay, cool. Thank you. Oh, gee. There we go, making another turn. This is where they would do it, right behind on a turn. I'm being serious. That is where they would do it, on a turn or behind a building so we can't see it. Son of a gun. All right, he's back in. Why did he back off all of a sudden? Why did he was, so close. Just so you guys know, I got like 13 messages, probably most of them from pilots talking about how they're eating my lunch. So, right. John agrees with me, trying to shove her out. Look at this guy. Here we go. Ah. Fulvio. Yeah, stay away from the buildings. Oh, we got no other cars. Well, I thought we had no other cars. You know, California Highway Patrol might kind of do this at a little bit higher speeds. Definitely not on a bridge, I can guarantee you that. And I'm sure they're going to want some sort of center divider just because they don't want this guy spinning off into oncoming traffic. But definitely a change in the game plan, which makes me happy. And it keeps going and going and going. Let me see if I can get back to... Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. No, 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 no. Stop with the big buildings. Oh, son of a gun. If we miss this pit, I am just going to cry for the rest of the night. Okay. No, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, don't get on the freeway. Don't get on the freeway. Don't get on the freeway. Oh, oh, so close. Here we go. 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 Don't let him get on the freeway. Don't let him get on the freeway. Oh, they're letting him get on the freeway. Oh, 110 freeway. I'm sorry, the 10 freeway. 10 freeway. Gosh, are we at the 10 freeway? Woo! How we have been all over the place. Or not. Is he getting back off the freeway? No, he's staying on the freeway. So my pilot John says not a hostage, not a hostage. And these are just guesses. There's no inside information or anything like that. I wish there was some inside information. That would be great. There, he's on the brakes. There, what? What? Oh. Hopefully it's the car. Oh, golly, golly, golly. Here we go again. Linda, why would you say speed up? Oh, you're telling the CHP to speed up. Okay. I was going to be saying, you're rude. You can't, a long time ago I made a decision that I can't root for either of the teams. My job is just to watch. Yeah, I said gosh darn it. I didn't say anything better than that. I don't even think I said geez OP. And here we go again. Boyle Heights, beautiful Boyle Heights. Oh, hang on. I'm going wide for a second. They just said there's a lot of traffic up ahead. Is there slowing up ahead? Okay. Vehicle stopped on the freeway. Oh yeah, there's some sort of accident up there. And I'm talking about it like it's a good thing, but I'm actually kind of concerned. People might be out of their vehicles, and this could be a problem. So we're going to keep an eye on it. That's for sure. Looks like he is kind of starting to hug that right lane again. Nope, you're not going to. Yeah, I was going to say that big rig don't care about you, little Honda. Oh, ooh, that was not cool. Oh, is he going to get off the freeway? Why does he have all these opportunities? There we go. Don't cut off that Dodge. That Dodge won't like that. There we go. And we're off the freeway. I think this is Lorena. You're going to say, Stu, you've got... Whoa! No. Oh. All right, East Los Angeles on Olympic Boulevard. Olympic Boulevard this time of night looks to be almost wide open. California Highway Patrol A-Star right there, B3, very nice helicopter. Never been in it, probably never will be, but very cool to look at. And those guys that are in there, very professional, making the calls, keeping everybody up to date, keeping the officers from the California Highway Patrol informed on where he is. Look at those guys. Look at all that crazy driving. And where did it get you? Look, the California Highway Patrol is still right there behind you. Now I'm starting to sound like my mom. Anyways, here we go. We're going to stay. We're still going to be on eastbound on Olympic Boulevard, slowing. That was the first time I saw it slowed for a green light. That guy might have been thinking another pursuit might be coming the other way. I did not hear that. Tell me I did not hear that. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. He's on the brakes, too. He's on the brakes. Come on. Oh, don't do it under the freeway. Yes, the reason why I stopped talking, bated breath, everybody. You know, the problem with that too is you got to think is like that guy is now looking in his rearview mirror, speeding up and not looking at the traffic ahead of him like that. Oh, it was that. There was a mile between them, trust me. But if you were that guy and you looked out your window and you know it was a green light and you saw a car coming at you, I'm sure, you know, you get that little bit of adrenaline rush. There's no doubt about that. Melina, when we go by, we'll wave, I promise. Passing you up. There we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Come on, 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 come on. They got to come up with a way to get those police cars more stealthy. Yeah, they're not going to do it right now. They might have done it there in that intersection. I thought, you know, if they could have, but trust me, it's not as easy as you think. I am sure about that. It isn't like they just kind of like jam on the gas and just pull up right behind them. I'm sure there's a lot going on in that officer's mind and what he's looking at and what he's planning on. And you know, those California Highway Patrol guys, as far as I know, they all drive once, meaning there's just the officer in there. So he's got a lot going on. Trust me, he's got a lot going on, and it's not as easy as it looks. Even though I'm kind of making this look like Spy Hunter. Ooh, oop, oop, oop. It looked like he was trying to help you. Look at that. Here we go. Here we go. Why? Oncoming traffic. All right. Yeah, this guy's starting to get a little savvy to the going-ons of the California Highway Patrol, and also don't think that we're giving anything away or he's able to listen to us and he knows what you're doing because you're telling him. No, I don't think it's anything like that. I think he's pretty much looking out his rearview mirror and he sees this California Highway Patrol cruiser with the lights and sirens on coming up right behind him and trying to pit him. I think that's what's going on. So at any rate, continuing on here, we are on Olympic Boulevard, stayed on Olympic Boulevard, East Los Angeles area. If you believe it or not, I didn't think East Los Angeles was that big, but definitely continuing on. Approaching Garfield is going to be the next major. The only reason I'm going wide right there is because of that. And you got a lot of slow-moving traffic, and you got some weirdness that this guy's got to do, and he's going to go against traffic. And it looks like still eastbound, just passing through Garfield. There you go. Do it. Oh. Here I am telling everybody not to be like that, and I'm doing it myself. Sorry. Do what I say, not what I do. Another red light, and you see that California Highway Patrol, they have to obey the lights. They have rules and regulations that they have to abide by that make this whole thing so difficult. Here we go. Yep, there we go. Little tap, not enough. Well, that's the first contact we've seen. Little nudge, and here comes nudge number 2, or not. He's on the brakes. Oh, come on. Yep, that was Vale. Vale was the street that we just went through. Another red light. I wonder how many other officers are behind him. enough. So, you know, I had the privilege and the luxury, and I wish I would remember the officers' names, to actually sit in a modern Charger CHP vehicle, and they have got some cool toys in there. I got to tell you. It's almost video game status. I got to tell you, or jet fighter status. A lot of the controls aren't switches anymore. They're buttons, basically on the on not even on the shifter knob, because they've got a column shifter, but they've got like a pretend shifter in the center console that they can put their hands on and manipulate things inside that vehicle, like lights, sirens, radios, all that kind of good stuff. And of course they have all the modern technology where they don't have to key a mic to talk, thank goodness. So they can just basically, you know, push that button, or they just give commands. It's voice commands. It's pretty nifty stuff, I gotta say. What the technology that's inside those vehicles is quite a bit. In this case, though, we're more concerned about that push bumper and what that push bumper is going to do to that Honda here in just a moment or two. It's still going, getting up close. But see, this guy, he's a little savvy, but this cannot go. How long can this go on? Isn't that in a song? I think that's working in a coal mine. Anyways, here we go. Whoop, dip. What was all that flashing? Well, I can tell you what that flashing is. That's it's a photo enforced intersection. So somebody's going to get a ticket in the mail. There we go. You know, it's like the E-Ride. You know, it's like being at Disneyland. They got pictures of themselves in the car as they went through the intersection. Yes, I saw that as well. He tossed something out of the vehicle. Don't know what that was. Don't think it was anything really. But this has got to come to an end. California Highway Patrol, they're the ones to do it if it's going to happen. Hopefully it won't happen in a crash. Getting a little bit wider there as we're passing some other vehicles. Some people actually pulling over, others not so much. Where is the California Highway Patrol? They are right there behind them. This just goes and goes and goes. And before we know it, we're going to be putting this on live on television again on Channel 9. If you guys are local, Channel 9. Flood, brother, I'm just going to start hyping the Fiesta LA for Sunday. No, Fiesta LA. That's in downtown Los Angeles. I'm joking. We're Montebello, brother. No, Montebello. On Beverly Boulevard. Okay, copy all. If you guys want to follow along on social media for me, Stu_Mundell. That's pretty much everything. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I try to interact as much as I can. What I was going to tell y'all is CBS is having a little meet and greet event this weekend. I believe it's Sunday. Fiesta LA, downtown Los Angeles. They threatened that I have to sign autographs, so we'll see what happens there. Right now, though, this pursuit's continuing. More important, way more cool than me signing an autograph. But if you guys want, that's Fiesta LA. Find it on the internet. I think it's going to be in downtown Los Angeles, obviously, because it's Fiesta LA. I don't have the times handy, but it is going to be an event. It's not just me, brothers and sisters. It's going to be all of the I can't imagine all of the CBS family is going to be there, but real cool talent's going to be there from CBS and possibly me as well. And I don't know if I'm going to really be signing autographs. I find that hard to believe, but stranger things have happened. This pursuit now in the Montebello area. If you haven't heard that, me telling my buddy Flood, we are going to be joining the Channel 9 KCAL. If you guys are local, turn it on, tune in, watch, listen, learn. The anchors are definitely going to be giving me a little bit of a break. So I can't wait to hear what their commentary is, and I mean that. So continue to watch this. It looks like another officer is joining the chase. Maybe this guy's saying, look, let me show you how to do the pit. Let me show you how to do that pit. We'll see. But this pursuit definitely continuing on. Fulvio, what do we got for fuel? Copy all. Simon Dest, just letting you know we have 1 hour, 20 minutes of fuel. 1 hour, 20 minutes of fuel. No brakes for me. No, it's all fine. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Oh, Linda, that's not nice. All right, we're coming up to Atlantic, making a turn on Atlantic. We're on Atlantic. Looks like we're going to be going southbound. Southbound Atlantic? Is that southbound? That's northbound. That's northbound. This map is a little screwy. Coming up on Pomona Boulevard, not the city. East Los Angeles. Flood, we're back in East LA. So you just got to wonder, how much fuel did this guy have when this thing started? There we go, wrong side of the road. Why would you do that? Oh, that's why he did that, all the traffic. Oh, getting back on the right side of the road. For all my English and Australian friends, it is the right side of the road if you're on the left hand of the vehicle. Anyways, here we go. We passed your house. Doug, I saw somebody waving. I wasn't sure who it was. You know, the slower speed's probably going to help with the gas mileage. I'm being serious about that. Northbound Atlantic. We're in Monterey Park once again. Monterey Park. The reason why I'm calling out the cities that much is for my buddy Flood. Atlantic. Linda, this probably, I have a feeling it's going to go for a while. Yes, Ashley, one of my producers, I wish you could hear this guy's voice. Oh my God, it's like silk. It's like velvety silk. That's my buddy Flood in the booth, and that's his last name is Flood. And yeah, he's got a voice, like golden tones. You have no idea. All right, let me play with the camera a little bit here as it's getting darker and darker. No, you can do laundry. Can't you watch this like on a mobile device? And we keep on keeping on. A little bit faster right there. The unit that took over, the CHP vehicle that took over. You know, I don't like the word unit. I'm always like when I say it, I'm like, that just doesn't sound cool. I want to say squad car, but it's not really a squad car. It's a CHP vehicle. Officers usually call them shops. Yep, that's the word they use. You know, what shop number are you? And that would be 220 in this case. So, but I can't use the word shop because people would be like, what does he mean, shop? So, CHP vehicle. Oh, look at that. He actually slowed down. Must have been a green light. It was. We thought a pursuit was coming the other way. All right, here we go. We're still northbound on Atlantic, and we're still in the Monterey Park area. We're coming up on the 10 freeway. Let me looking at my watch because it's we're still 10 minutes away. We will be well past the 10 or on the 10 freeway as it's getting closer. If you guys are local, KCAL, that's the place to be. I don't know how it works with the Facebook anymore. If you guys can hear the anchors, but the anchors will have some fabulous comments, information, and insight into this chase here in just a minute, and it'll probably give me a moment or two to drink some water, put my feet up, get that little drink with the umbrella in it, and just be a camera operator for a hot second this evening. This was not the Wednesday I had planned, but it is the Wednesday we got dealt, and it is a good Wednesday. Moving around a little bit, you can see California Highway Patrol. Did he just change up his lights? I like those. All right, let's keep an eye on the cars, too. All right, well, the window's back down once again. The passenger, a little bit of a different stance. What did you say, westbound? They can't be westbound. Are we on Garvey? We are Garvey? We changed, when did he make a turn? We're on Garvey. Why don't they drop some spike strips? Why don't they drop some spike strips? Well, the answer that I can give you, and I don't know if it's the correct answer, it's just an opinion. The reason why they're not dropping spike strips is because they don't know where he's going to go. They don't know where he's going to go. You might say, well, he's been going that same direction for so, yeah, maybe. But they don't know where he's going to go, so they can't put the spike strips out. That's basic. I'm sure that's one of the big reasons. Christina, don't neglect your children. And definitely don't put that on social media. I know you're being funny. Oh my gosh, it's Rick Brown. Rick Brown joining the party. How are you, Rick? Rick? Oh, I guess I am. I should switch to 6, right? Because we're going to be on KCAL. All right. Thank you for the heads up. Yeah. Sure. Sure. You don't even have to ask. Just tell me. Yeah, he turned off the lights. Very clever move. Nobody knows where he is. Those lights are off. I can't find the car. Well, now I can't find the car because he's behind some trees. He's going to pop out of the trees here in just a second. Don't worry about it, Fulvio. There he is. We're back into the Monterey Park area. Just if anybody needs to know, wants to know. Oh, you guys can read you can read it now. Never mind. Never mind. Westbound on Ramona. Oh, you know what would be a good start to the 8 o'clock? A good pit. Copy all, control room. We are ready. I'll stop talking as soon as I hear the music. That is the 710 freeway right there in the shot, if the map tracker didn't tell you. I got to tell you, I'm an older guy, and the map tracker for me, font very small. Sometimes I have trouble reading it. And things are moving in here a lot. And I mean the vibration of the screen. So, but at any rate, this is a long one. Yes, yes it is. Epic. Gabby, thanks for joining us. Getting a little slap happy. I'm waiting for those anchors to chime in, pick this up, give us some insight. Oh, it stopped giving the street. Actually, it's East Los Angeles once again. Thank you for asking. We're in East Los Angeles. Flood, East Los Angeles. Well, looks like we're getting on a freeway. So we're going to start the show on a freeway. Get away from that. Yeah, keep going, keep going, keep going. Now, okay, now we can start the show. Oh, but it looks like we're getting off the freeway. 30 seconds. All right, Facebookers, KCAL, Channel 9. Turn it on. Watch, listen, learn. Monterey Park once again. Monterey Park, 10 seconds. Monterey Park. Monterey Park. Exiting the freeway. Well, we just got onto the 710 freeway, and this pursuit just goes and goes and goes. California Highway Patrol, they took it over from the Southgate PD down in the Orange County area. I would venture to say more than an hour ago. California Highway Patrol has made an attempt. We actually saw a physical touch between the California Highway Patrol and the suspect's vehicle, meaning that they were trying to do a pit maneuver. That driver, though, kind of a little bit savvy to what's going on. You can obviously, looking in that rearview mirror, seeing that police car or this California Highway Patrol vehicle coming up on that on them, basically does maneuvers to keep away from that pit maneuver and has been successful. Where we are right now, well, it looks like we are still on the 710, but it looks like we're exiting Alhambra. That's the city that we're in right now. California Highway Patrol, this would be a spot where they might be able to do a pit maneuver when they basically slow down, but with all those other vehicles, civilian vehicles in the area, they won't attempt it. So it looks like we're basically just making a big U-turn there where the 710 comes to an end. So now we're going to be going southbound on the 710 freeway. This is going to be a little bit of an on-ramp. This pursuit keeps going and going, like we said. You mentioned it earlier on. How did this whole thing start? Well, domestic violence. That's what got the officers' attention in the very beginning. It started all in the Southgate area. Southgate PD got the call that something was going on inside that Honda. They got in a location where it was a officer from Southgate PD got up behind that vehicle, turned on the lights and sirens, and it was off and running. And it has been going for hours now. The vehicle hasn't hit any other vehicles this evening, thank goodness. There was some very dangerous moves earlier on when the vehicle made its way through a park, took out a fence, almost hit a pedestrian on the other side of that fence, but thank goodness nobody's been hurt. Now the big question, is that passenger a victim? Is that passenger along for the ride? What is going on inside there? Why hasn't she made an attempt to bring that vehicle to a stop? Well, actually, the only answer we can really say for all of that is we'll know when this thing comes to an end. When it is all over, that's when we'll know the real answers. But it appears that the driver has been basically at some point this evening was actually reaching over, opening the door, pushing the door open, saying, "Get out." And that passenger not getting out of the vehicle. So that kind of adds a different dynamic to what's going on inside that car. Also, the big question is how much gas does this car have? Yeah, her feet, Susie, her feet's up on the dash, but it's not like she's bracing for impact. It looks more like she's just kind of relaxing. And again, we don't know for sure. It's just an observation from where we're at. She looks like she's just kind of relaxing. She's just kind of putting her feet up there and just kind of like lounging around. And that driver, like I said, there's been a couple of times when they were back in the Southgate area where he reaches over. And it not holding her back, but looks like, pushing the door open, like hitting the door handle and shoving that door open, saying, "Get out." And she hasn't made any attempt to do that. She basically is, in for a penny, in for a pound, perhaps. I don't know. We don't know what that dynamic is inside that vehicle, but definitely does not seem like wanting to get out of that car. Making a big transition right here. Sorry about that move, but that's probably the best way to keep that camera on that vehicle. It looks like we're going to be joining the 60 freeway. We're going to be in the East Los Angeles area. The East Los Angeles Monterey Park, he seems to really like this area. I don't know if that's on purpose or just seems to be making his way back to this area multiple times. And it does look like this driver is just going to kind of keep this going until they run out of gas. California Highway Patrol, when they were on the streets, they had some opportunities to do that pit maneuver, but every time that driver would would change up the situation. That's probably the best way to say it. Change the situation where it was unsafe, or the California Highway Patrol was unable to do that pit maneuver safely. So the pursuit just continues. One time only, where we saw the California Highway Patrol actually make contact with that rear bumper, but it wasn't enough. It was basically just a kind of a thump, and the car did move a little bit, but it wasn't enough. Right now, those speeds, 90 miles an hour. I could put the, let me put the map back on so you folks at home can get a gander at that too. 92 miles an hour. These numbers pretty accurate, I can tell you that for sure. And you can see how he's flying by other vehicles down there. This is not going to create any separation between the pursuing California Highway Patrol and that driver. Even the high speeds, you got the helicopter above, the California Highway Patrol, they've got the radios, and they are keeping up. Let me go a little bit wider, and you can see this vehicle moving in and out. That night sun, that's from the California Highway Patrol helicopter. Moving our way, coming up into the Montebello area. Atlantic is the next boulevard, and you just got to wonder, how is this thing going to come to an end? Oh, they're fighting now. Yeah, they're fighting now. There's definitely something going on. Sorry, Jeff, I didn't want to interrupt, but to take a look at that, this is something different. We haven't seen this type of activity inside the car at all. And you have to understand, too, we're going 65 miles an hour. They're basically hugging that center divider, and there is definitely an altercation, again, going on inside that car. At these speeds, very dangerous situation. Any movement of that vehicle dangerous, but this is especially dangerous. And you can see definitely something's changed inside that car in the last couple of minutes. There was some serious fussing going on, and that passenger and driver, some kind of altercation. Right now, though, her foot's back up on that center, up on the dash right there. But for a moment there, you saw that car getting a little squirrely, and the speed's actually now picking up again as they're continuing on. But you got to wonder, maybe the passenger just getting tired of the ride, and maybe actually doing something to bring this to an end. We have no idea. I was just going to do that. Well, high speeds for sure. We don't want to see any of that. This is the first time we've actually seen any of these kind of high speeds. And obviously in the emergency lane right there, I've said it in the past, hopefully you'll pick up some kind of debris and lose a tire and just bring this thing to an end. Slowing down a little bit, and when I say a little bit, you see those numbers there. We're just basically touching the 90s. We were in triple digits just a moment ago. The dynamic inside the vehicle, we just don't know. Obviously, they could be boyfriend, girlfriend, they could be husband and wife, we don't know. On the hard on the brakes right there, and again, if that was for the traffic ahead or if there's something else going on, we're just keeping an eye on it. Speed's definitely slowing down right now. Made our way all the way out to the Avocado Heights area. That's the actual name of the city. Eastbound 60. Yeah, eastbound 60 freeway. My map is saying westbound, but I can tell you we are eastbound 60 freeway, and this just keeps going, and it just gets more and more bizarre. That's the first time we saw any kind of aggression between the two in there, that kind of fighting, and this is the first time we've actually seen this vehicle go faster, like basically touch the triple digits. Right now, though, we're just continuing along. California Highway Patrol in the air. That's that light, and they're keeping an eye on it. I went wide there just a moment ago just to see where the law enforcement is. They are catching up slowly. But you have to remember, they are bound by rules, and one of the rules is safety. So are they going to go 100 miles an hour? Yes, they will, if it's safe, and that means if traffic allows that to happen. Right now, though, basically just kind of keeping up with what's going on down there. Other vehicles getting out of the carpool lane for this vehicle, driving very aggressively this evening. Perhaps they know there's a chase going on. It has been going on for some time. I couldn't possibly imagine that they know that there's a chase. Also, that light from the helicopter probably alerting some of these folks on the freeway, hey, something's up out here. And then, of course, California Highway Patrol in the distance, but actually gaining. So that's probably part of the puzzle there as well. Right now, it looks like we're starting to get over to at least the center lanes. And so maybe getting off the freeway once again, and we're in the Hacienda Heights area, and the speeds up into the hundreds once again. We're in the Hacienda Heights area, but we will be in Roland Heights here in just a moment. This pursuit just continues to get more and more bizarre. This is the first time we've seen these higher speeds. Again, don't know what changed. All of a sudden, this driving much more aggressively. The California Highway Patrol, they're the ones with the light. There's the helicopter right there. They took this over from the Sheriff's Department pretty early on when it was down in the Orange County area, and who was chasing to begin with is going to be the Southgate PD. They were behind this car for a long time before they actually relinquished the pursuit over to the California Highway Patrol. Now he's moving well over to the right, but I would just guess that is just to pass vehicles. So I'm kind of always hoping that he's going to get off the freeway and resume that kind of less dangerous driving where he's just, it sounds so bizarre to say it, just running red lights at a slow speed. But right now we're still not quite, we're about 90 miles an hour. We're still eastbound on that 60 freeway. Roland Heights is the area, and this just continues to just go and go and go. California Highway Patrol, they're not going to be able to pit it. They're not going to be able to throw any spike strips out in front of it, especially because of all the other traffic that's out here this evening, and there is a lot. But this vehicle weaving in and out, taking advantage of every opening, every ability to get around another vehicle, using the center divider, using the far emergency lanes, and of course just bobbing and weaving as it would be. Right now, though, at least we're not seeing any agitated activity inside that car, but the California Highway Patrol still behind it and in the air, and this making our way eastbound right now at very high speeds on the 60 freeway. Azusa Boulevard. Industry. True. Well, that right there was just a vehicle from the sheriff's department making its way on the freeway. We're going to be it just happened to be there. Trust me, I don't think that officer or that deputy was planning on putting himself in that situation. Definitely hugging the wall right there, and it looks like he's basically on an off ramp. Is this his plan? High speeds, sharp turns right there. We'll keep an eye on it. He's making his way to the bottom of the off-ramp. This would be a spot where the California Highway Patrol could take advantage of a pit maneuver if they were right there, but not at that high speed. So lucky. We've seen so many of those close calls and just blending into traffic. I can tell you that we are on Nogales. We're on Nogales right now, and it looks like we are southbound on Nogales. So weaving in and out of traffic, and again, Roland Heights is the city we are definitely in, and southbound on Nogales. And you can see this vehicle not really slowing down that much. Sharp turn, making his way into another parking lot. This has always been very weird that he likes to cut through these parking lots. It doesn't really save anything. It puts a lot of other people, like those folks right there. Whoops, there we go. This is something new. There we go. There we go. And he's out for a run, and of course it's going to be in a spot where we're having a little bit of difficulty. But that being said, California Highway Patrol right there behind him, and it does look like he ran into a store. And you got another officer, very smart move, but hopefully he stops watching that back door as well. But the fact that the officers are that close behind, and look at it, look at all the folks deciding it's time to leave. There they go, everybody running out of the 99-cent store. There you go. But you can wonder what's going on inside that store. And you know, you did bring up something very interesting. That person, now that we have information, parolee at large, that makes things a little bit more desperate. That person definitely going back to jail one way or another. And if he has a weapon, this could be something very, very different. I'm going to. She stayed behind, yeah. The passenger side door is open. Right, and again, victim, somebody that was along for the ride, whatever the deal is, she's still in the vehicle right there. You can see the officer. All right, you can see them all. There's a lot of shoppers in that 99-cent store. Wow, but you can see other officers actually out there with weapons out. You can see a lot of weapons out. And so you got to wonder what is going on inside that store right now. I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard anything as far as, weapons seen or something along those lines. You can see it looks like a store employee calling other people to make their way out of the store. You can see them through the window. No, that's just a customer. And you can see a number of officers making their way into that. One in custody. There they go. Well, I'm hearing that it definitely sounds like that suspect in custody, and the officers from California Highway Patrol making their way over to the vehicle. I'm kind of splitting the difference here between the shots, just so if they bring that suspect out in cuffs, we get the shot. There it is. That's what I wanted to see right there. Now I can say for sure the suspect is in custody. Didn't want to say it until we saw it. So there you go, suspect in custody coming out of the 99-cent store in cuffs. That person that's in the passenger seat, now officers are approaching that vehicle, starting to talk to that female that's been in the passenger seat. And for a moment there, just because they just don't know what's going on, they basically they had their weapons out. But now it looks like she's just in that front seat. We haven't heard the call yet for an ambulance. We're going to keep an ear on that. I know that Walnut, one of the vehicles is there. Walnut Sheriff's Department has been notified. They're going to be here on scene as well. I think they were going to use them if this would have turned into some sort of standoff. But you can see suspect in custody, that passenger inside that car right now in that front seat. We don't see any aid being rendered, but it definitely no movement either. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. Going to be sensitive to that situation. And but definitely that one in custody. There's the driver that's led us on this pursuit for hours this afternoon and evening. Now going in the back of that squad car, as you said, parolee at large. Definitely going to probably be going back to some jail time. And again, because there's no movement and I don't see any aid being rendered, I'm going to stay a little bit wider until we figure out what's going on with the situation inside that Honda. That victim still, or that female, well, she was the victim of an assault, is still in that front seat. What? All right, we're in a commercial break, and I don't know if my mic is still up on the Facebook Live, but you got to give a hand to Fulvio for getting us into that spot right at the right time. That suspect making a run into the 99-cent store, and everybody making a run out of the 99-cent store. I wonder how many people paid. Anyways, there must have been some sort of announcement, or maybe the officers were yelling something when they got in there, but everybody got out of that store super quick. Right now, though, I haven't heard a call for an ambulance, and you'd think that there would be a call for an ambulance. They say she's bleeding. Hopefully, it is not. It's not some sort of a serious wound. And if it was, I would almost. I know there's not even a question in my mind that the officers that are down there would be rendering some sort of first aid. California Highway Patrol, they have first aid packages inside their vehicles, and they would be over here trying to take care of that situation. But that all being said, I don't know factually if she is breathing. Go ahead, Rick. All right. You're welcome. 30 away. Colima and Nogales, Rolling Heights, but our ground crew knows that. Stand by. Susie, Jeff, we can tell you this is going to be Colima and Nogales Road in the Rolling Heights, and obviously it is a 99-cent store. That suspect right now in the back seat of that Highway Patrol vehicle. We saw it live as the car basically parked out here in a parking lot, and that suspect, parolee at large, ran inside that store. California Highway Patrol first with their vehicles, then following on foot into that store, and we saw a number of customers pouring out. We do know it ended peacefully with that suspect in custody, in cuffs, and now in that car. Now the victim, she's still inside that vehicle. We know that the California Highway Patrol, they are trained with first aid, and we haven't seen any first aid being applied. We also haven't heard anybody talk. There they are. That's what I was waiting for. At least we're seeing some paramedics here on scene right now. Don't know the actual condition, so we're not going to get any much tighter of a shot than we have right now because we don't know for a fact her condition. But I can tell you, LA County firefighters are here on scene right now. That's one paramedic making their way to the car to talk or help that victim. And again, this is all coming to an end in the Rolling Heights area, 3-hour pursuit, like you said. Basically, the vehicle parking, the guy jumping out and running didn't get far as California Highway Patrol put the cuffs on him and placed him inside a squad car. Right now, though, the victim being tended to by paramedics from LA County Fire. There she's moving. There you go. There you go. Well, at least we know that she's coherent enough to walk on her own, you know, when they said she was bleeding, of course, the worst always kind of comes to mind. Sad to say, but that's true. But it does seem like she is at least coherent and was able to at least walk with some assistance over to the gurney. We didn't see any, you know, real first aid being administered. So right now, maybe in shock, maybe minor, hopefully just minor injuries, and she'll be taken care of. But she's in definite good hands there. You've got LA County firefighters along with, I'm not sure which ambulance company is being provided down there, but it appears to be CARE. So right now she's in good hands. She'll be taken to the hospital. Of course, the Sheriff's Department is joining in right now because this is in their jurisdiction. But California Highway Patrol doing an amazing job keeping up and in the end getting that suspect in custody without a long standoff. Right now, though, the suspect has left the scene, and you can see this parking lot now a crime scene, but a lot of activity here this evening. Oh, sure. Well, only thing I can say is that those first responders taking great care to protect that woman's privacy. You can see those two standing there basically blocking those rear windows. We did place her inside of an ambulance. That ambulance not rushing to a trauma center at this moment, which is a good sign for her health. But definitely they are trying to indicate to at least to the ground crews that they are trying to give this woman at least a little bit of dignity and privacy after this long, as you've been saying, Jeff, ordeal that's been going on for 3 hours as she's been taken on this wild ride through the Southland. Right now, though, first responders still there on scene. The ambulance still here on scene. Suspect been taken away, basically on his way to a police station, but a lot of activity out here in Rowland Heights, right in front of that 99-cent store. Yeah, thank you. Cat in a tree. Yeah. A possible air conditioning fire at a McDonald's. Simon Dess checking in. Let's try to just look at the license plate if we can. Yeah. All right, let's see what we can make happen here. Bravo, Delta Delta Yankee 589. Maybe it's 8. 8. Yes, you got it right. Thank you. You think? You sure you don't want to have him look through the dirty laundry in the trunk? All right, let's go. Ugh. All right, just so you guys know, we can't make it back to Van Nuys. We have to go to El Monte for fuel. And I know this might come as a shock to you, but I'm a little hungry.